What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Back at you with another one. So today, we got to talk about these trades, man. I mean, everybody was moving, shaking this trade deadline. It was a lot of action going on. Now, you know, all this trade thing goes. There's some winners and there's some losers, and sometimes it's like, I guess they broke even. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Now, the first trade I want to talk about, we're going to just start off with this James Harden-Garland trade. Right now, it's not a lot of times that I agree with Nick Wright, but when it comes to this James Harden-Garland trade, he was on point with this one. I'm going to let y'all hear what Nick had to say, and I'm going to be right back.
That toe that he hurt seems to have really bedeviled him for multiple seasons. He's undersized. He's an imperfect player. I would not trade Darius Garland for James Harden under any circumstances. You know why? And I'm sorry to be harsh, but if anybody deserves it, and this is on the court, it's fair. It's this guy. All this guy does is quit on teams and fold in the playoffs. For a decade.
You used to be a huge fan.
I was correct. No, I was, when Brew and I first did any TV together, when this show first started, 2017, 2018, I argued prematurely, it was more of a projection, but I argued it. He's the best player ever without a ring. And his all-NBAs, his MVP finishes, scoring title, assist title, 36 a game, 34 a game in the regular season, that put him next to Karl Malone or Elgin or any of those guys. And eventually he'll get there. And since I started making that argument, he's quit on 4 teams and folded in 6 playoff series. A quick reminder, folks. He went to Houston. He got Dwight Howard. Didn't quite work. Got Chris Paul. That could have worked. They got a little unlucky with Chris's hamstring. He then wanted Chris out. They mortgaged all the picks to bring in Russell Westbrook. That seems like it's working. Game 4 against the Lakers, 2 for 11, season over, series over, and then James Harden's in a fat suit demanding a trade. Plays 2 games, quits on the court, they send him to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, it's scary hours time. That team can win. Kyrie turns his ankle, he hurts his hamstring, comes back for game 5, 1 for 10. Game 7 against Milwaukee, 5 for 17. Early next season, quits again. Yeah. I'm not interested. Daryl saves him, brings him to Philly. That first playoff series, they have a game 6 at home. Goes 4 for 16, then a 3 for 11 in game 7. And then he goes to China and is like to a bunch of kids on an Adidas tour who I don't know how many spoke English. He's like, I want to make a statement. Daryl Morey's a liar and I'll never play for his team again. The Clippers trade for him. His first year with the Clippers in the playoffs. He goes 2 for 12 and then 5 for 16 in games 5 and 6. The Clippers swallow it. Then last year, in game 7, goes 2 for 8, and they give him an extension. Yeah. And the team is finally winning this year, months after the extension. He doesn't show up for work in Phoenix, goes to an Arizona State basketball game 10 minutes from where his team is playing basketball. They call it personal reasons, and he demands a trade. This guy's, you can't win with this guy. He's an all-time great player and an all-time great quitter and an all-time great choker. That is what his NBA legacy is. So you don't trade for him, Cleveland. Don't do that. It's a bad idea.
How about Washington?
Okay, so y'all heard that, right? He went in. But all facts. All facts. Right? Like if I'm a team and I'm a contending team, I don't want nothing to do with James Harden. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm good. You can talk all the basketball you want, but the whole like quitting and not being clutch when it matters, I can't see past it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I wouldn't have. If I was Cleveland, I wouldn't have did it. I'm sorry. I'd have just held on to Garland. I moved him somewhere else for something else. I wouldn't have took the bait. So I'm going to say the Clippers won the trade. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree in the comments. Now, moving on. AD to the Wizards. Now, Mr. Gilbert Arenas had an excellent breakdown of this trade. So we're gonna let Gilbert Arenas cook, and we're gonna be right back.
That's not a bad trade.
Let's just be honest. They are A plus right now on trades. You got Trae Young and Anthony Davis. And you keep your draft pick. And you have Sar. And you have AJ. You have a whole bunch of young boys over there, rich and veterans, and you're going to get a top 10 pick?
That's where you send. That's where you send the trash. Like, back on topic. The trash.
It's a great trade for what they're trying to do. They have two bona fide Hall of Famers. They got young big man who looks like he was the best pick out of the 1 and 2. So it looked out of the 1 and 2. So that's him and Shaqiri over there. Okay.
Research, sure.
So, they were trying to figure out who was going to be 1 and 2. Obviously, he should have been the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
But so, Wizards got the real number 1 pick from the production so far. He plays the 5 and Davis played the 4. They both can play inside, outside. They both play a little defense, right? So defensively, going to be great. Now, pick and roll with Trae Young is going to be off the chain. And then whatever they pick in the draft, most likely you don't have, 7, 8, 9, 10. If Elijah comes out, probably him at the 2.
Elijah Arenas.
I like that. Okay, so y'all heard that. So it all sounds good on paper, right? But so did AD on Dallas. It sounded good on paper. But the only thing with AD is the same thing. Availability. Now, when you on the court, you one of the baddest ones on, you know what I'm saying? But we just can't keep you on the court. But when we just talking X's and O's on paper, it sounds great. You got your big. AD don't want to play the 5. He don't got to play the 5. They got the young bull. They got him. They got Trae that can just orchestrate everything, make all the right passes. It sounds good. They got young, you know what I'm saying? It sounds good. But it's going to be based on their availability to play. You know what I'm saying? So from a just on paper, X's and O's player perspective, I'm going to say Washington won the trade. You know what I'm saying? But what this trade does is make the Luka AD trade look even worse. Because now it's like you traded Luka for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, which most people don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. And draft capital. What? That's what y'all traded Luka for? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, that's not going, that's bad historically. But I'm going to say Washington won the trade. I'm going to just, it's hard for me to say that when I don't trust AD health, but just from the players involved, I got to say Washington won the trade. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, okay? Next on the docket, I ain't gonna keep y'all here all day. Porzingis to the Warriors. That was the trade. Like, what? Y'all did all that with Kuminga for Porzingis? Like, y'all stunted this man growth, didn't let this man play, benched this man for whatever stupid reason you can come up with, and you get Porzingis? Now, no knock to Porzingis, but he's another AD type situation. Yes, you are great when you are available, but you're never fucking available. You know what I'm saying? Give me the economy car that I can drive every day. I don't need the foreign that's always in the shop. You know what I'm saying? It's a bougie, nice car, but it's always in the shop. Give me my little reliable SUV or something that's always available. You know what I'm saying? Porzingis can be transcending when he's available, but this man only played 17 games for the Hawks. 17. You know what I'm saying? Kuminga got benched more games than Porzingis was available. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. And he healthy and young. Spry. So yeah, I'ma just say by default that the Hawks won that trade. Cause you got somebody that got an upward trajectory. Like you know what I'm saying? We don't even know Kuminga's ceiling. You know what I'm saying? He been out here playing basketball with a straitjacket on. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know how high he could go up. You know what I'm saying? His ceiling is unknown, right? He could next be a star. He could be Jaylen Brown if you take the leash off of him. We don't know. So I'm definitely gonna say the Hawks won that trade. Now we got another trade that I just didn't even understand. Like, did y'all just want to do something to say y'all did something? Like, the Lakers traded Luke Kennard for Gabe Vincent. And for what? Like, y'all, they do the same thing. Like, I don't understand the point of the trade. Like, they literally gonna have the same role. Spread the flow, shoot threes, keep people off Luka. That's your job, shoot threes. But just keep the three-point shooter you already got that's finally starting to find a rhythm and getting the rotation. Why would you trade him when he finally kind of getting in the learning how to get out the way right so he can get the ball to get some shots up, get in the rotation a little bit, get a little chemistry with Luka, then you trade him. For what? Now, if you packaging him somebody else to get somebody else, okay, cool. But what you gonna trade him for somebody to do the same thing he's already doing? That made no sense to me. Now, to Boston. So I'm gonna say nobody won that trade. My bad, I forgot that part. That trade was a stalemate. That was trading Ken for Raul in Street Fighter. That's what they just did to me. I just whatever, you know. So now I do like Boston getting Vujicic. I hope I'm saying his name right, Lord. From the Bulls for Anthony Simons. I like that trade. I do, because I feel like they can maximize having. We've seen that he can do a lot of the things Horford was doing, but he's younger. You know what I'm saying? He's a stretch. He can shoot. He can. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see that. That's a good fit. I like that. I like that for Boston. So I'm gonna say Boston won the trade just because they Boston and it's the Bulls. Like, the Bulls are just there, you know, it's the Bulls. So it's not, Simons going to the Bulls is not gonna move the needle, but Vujicic going to Boston can move the needle. You know what I mean? It can matter. It can be that one piece they need to be like, oh, we might actually no Tatum, but we still might mess around and yeah, all right, now y'all better stop playing with us. You know what I'm saying? So now, one more thing I want to talk about. It's not a trade, but it's definitely basketball related, and it's definitely playoff related if it happens the way I want it to happen. Right now, I don't know if y'all familiar with Cam Thomas. He played for the Brooklyn Nets, and Cam, listen, go, take y'all ass on YouTube and go watch some highlights, okay? If y'all don't know who Cam Thomas is, YouTube highlights. You're welcome. Right. The young man he's a bucket. I'm talking about a bucket. I think he didn't put up 50 balls in the league before. Like a bucket. And y'all probably don't know who he is. But forget all that. He's a free agent. They waived him. Cool. He need to take his ass to Houston. Okay? Cam Thomas, go to Houston. All right? Go your ass to Houston. Because they need somebody else who can just go get a bucket. That's what they need. That's what they missing. Because anytime you don't got Şengün and KD on the floor at the same time, they struggle to score. That's their problem. They got great players around them, but if you don't have two players that can create your own shot, then it's easy for you just to get the ball out of one player's hands. You know what I'm saying? And Şengün good offensively, but he not like I don't know, he not like super dominant on offense. So sometimes it take him a minute to get into his, you know what I'm saying, like get into his bag. Like he's solid, but he ain't like a bucket getter down there. Like, so they need another bucket getter because they missing Van Vliet. I think I'm saying his name right. If you got Cam and whoever on the floor, ain't no doubling because Cam is a basket. So that is my trade pitch for him. He should go to that's my signee pitch. He should go to Houston. Now, that's what I need y'all to do. Get in them comments and tell me what y'all think, who won, lost on these trades. Tell me if y'all agree with me or disagree with me in these comments. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all on the next one. Peace.